Hey guys, thank you so much for being here with me on a Friday night. We're going to talk about chia seeds today. We're going to talk about the good parts of chia seeds, the bad parts, how to make pudding, and then I'll talk to you about my favorite hack with chia seeds at the end of the video after I give you the recipe for 3-ingredient chia seed pudding. So what are chia seeds? Chia seeds are a seed. They're uber popular right now with chia seed puddings, but all they are is a seed. You buy them in bulk, or you could buy them. This one's Bob's. I bought it at Safeway. No, I bought it at ShopRite. And it's just a seed. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, little tiny seeds is all they are. Like any seed, they're kind of hard on the outside. Yeah, they don't squish, they're hard. The nice thing about chia seeds, there's a couple of great things about chia seeds. One is that they are high in omega-3 fatty acids, and that's how I actually started to know them, because I've been a pescatarian for since 2000, and this is usually touted for vegetarians as a way to get your omega-3 fatty acids in without turning to a meat source. But they're a seed. The reason that I think a lot of people like them is because they have this really unique quality where they turn gelatinous when put into a liquid. So like here's a glass of just water, right? If I pour some in, I'm not measuring because I'm not going to eat this because it's just water. What's the point of that? If I stir it up, it's just seeds, right? You can see that it's just seeds, nothing fancy. If, however, you let it sit, can you see that they become more translucent and kind of thicker? It's because they absorb the water. So the outside of them stops being hard and starts being kind of gelatinous, and they expand a little bit. So what that means for us is we can make pudding out of them. That's a really popular thing to do with them, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Just a 3-ingredient, super easy way to do it. If you're looking for something, I'll tell you the truth, I was researching things to eat for breakfast if you're sick to death of having eggs for breakfast on Freestyle, and this is one of the things that kept popping up. So that's why I decided to try it this week. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I bought a sweetened vanilla almond milk. This is actually Almond Breeze. It's an almond cashew. It is sweetened and it is vanilla because I didn't want to go through all the steps. You certainly could do a lower point value almond milk, cashew milk. You could do regular milk. I don't think it really matters. And then add some flavoring in. I'm just kind of lazy. So I bought it all done. A half a cup of this is 2 points. That's it, 2 points. So if I take a half a cup of this, I'm pouring it into my measuring cup. And I'm going to use mason jars for this. I'm going to pour that in. So half a cup of your milk to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. That's a serving size of chia seeds, and that's how many you need to make the whole thing nice and gelatinous. So I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of this, put it in, and mix it around. Okay, that's it. Well, I mean, that's mostly it. This is chia seed pudding in a little bit. You can see that it's watery right now, right? Like it's just kind of watery. The chia seeds are going to settle down to the bottom, and you need to refrigerate it. So that's the only thing that you need to do with this. You need to refrigerate it for a period of time. This one has frozen cherries in it. But can you see the difference there? Can you see that this is super gelatinous? It's like pudding now, right? It's thick, it's creamy. It's different than this one that I just made. So this has been in there for, let's say, about 5 hours. Ideally, it's going to be overnight. It gets really nice and thick, but it starts off like this. So, but here's the thing. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds is 3 points, plus my 2 for the milk. So this is 5 points. Not great. not fantastic, not like, oh, that's great. It's okay. You guys know that I like volume. So what I do is on this one, I put in frozen cherries and then I'll top it off with cherries on the top. That's going to give me more volume, which is what I need. I'll tell you this, it's a nice sweet treat to have. It's something different to have for breakfast, but it is 5 points. And part of that is because I bet I had no idea. I knew it was high in omega-3 fatty acids, but I didn't translate to that, oh, it's high in fat. It is. It's the good fat, but it's still high in fat. So you can see it's 130 calories for 2 tablespoons. That's 3 points. It has 7 grams of fat. I did not know that seeds had so much fat in them for 2 tablespoons. 7 grams of fat is kind of a lot. And yes, it's the healthy fat, which is why it's only 3 points and didn't jump up to 8 or 9. But it's something to consider. It's something to consider when you're thinking about it. Now, let me tell you the hack. Oh, so the recipe, in case you're writing it down, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, a half a cup of whatever kind of milk, and then any kind of frozen berries or non-frozen, you could just put blueberries on the top, is your serving, and it totals 5 points. Here's the hack that I do with them, and the reason I've known chia seeds for a long time. So you see my lunch bin for tomorrow, which you recognize from the dollar store, right? This, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, at the end I'll put a link to it because that's like my favorite thing. My mason jars fit right in here. I do salads in a jar sometimes. I put my dressing on the bottom. I chop up a bunch of veggies. I might eat it like this, or I might dump it with some more lettuce. It depends on how hungry I am. This one's got, let's see, yellow peppers, cucumber, tomato, cabbage, beets, reduced fat feta, olives. So I like doing salads in a jar, but the problem is that they start getting mushy after a while, right? Like the vegetables don't stay crisp. So my hack is that I use a teaspoon of chia seeds. I sprinkle that. Can you see them? And they soak up all of the liquid, right? Now it's important, don't put the chia seeds down with your dressing, put them up high. But you know how when vegetables start, the second day, they start to get kind of wilty? It's because of the liquid. Let the chia seeds soak up that liquid for you and keep the vegetables nice and crisp. If I do it like this, my mason jars last all week. If I do them on Sunday, they're good until at least Thursday, sometimes on Friday. Just depends on the vegetables and how it's going. But a teaspoon of chia seeds isn't going to add in any points. It's just going to help your vegetables stay a little bit good, and you can feel good about a salad with some fatty acids. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry it went out so late this week, but I'll be back on Tuesday for the next of our walking challenge. Please go ahead and hit subscribe, and then I'll link the one for the Dollar Tree, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.